All right, here we are on episode 3, everybody. Just so you know, I'm going to start talking a lot faster. Reason for that is my videos have been going way too long. So here we go. Number one, I know I told you that it was going to be 5 hours before I videotaped again. It's been a lot longer than that. Main reason is regular life. Got a haircut. Few other quite things there. So here we are. I'm about 30 hours, a day and a half in since I just filmed that last video. And I made a lot of notes and I'm going to hit it right now. I am technically cold turkey right now off of regular smoking, regular cigarettes, into the e-cigarette. I have enjoyed it that much, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is really close to the real thing. It's obviously not the real thing. You got to wrap your head around it, but it is really, really close. But here's my first couple of points to you. You got to buy the right product. You got to make sure that it has the right nicotine amount, and of course it has the right kind of throat hit. I talked about that in another episode there. Pen size correction. Remember my first episode? I said I think it's going to look like this, a pen. Yeah, this is the pen size. A lot different there. I'll even give you an example as far as a regular pen goes. Sorry about that. Pretty close. All right. This is a great product. Like I said, I did my research. As it turns out, I did a good job. This is the Dura C by Janty. Dura means durable. C stands for, of course, the control. There's a little button that is actually on this model. It's real simple, folks. You got the battery, you got the atomizer, you got the cartridge. Battery made the big mistake of course, just popping it in, didn't read directions. When you first get your first unit, you've been smoking for how many years? Give it a few more hours, do that proper charging like the directions say. Atomizer. I've heard this in a lot of different videos, forums, all the other things that I researched. Atomizers improve over time. So when you first saw me get my first drag and my first throat hit, things definitely went up from there. So that was great to know. If you are somebody who smokes a pack a day or more, definitely at least what's called the 510 series or above that. Just YouTube me if you have a question. I'll answer back there. I know what it's like to be a smoker for a long time, and this is a godsend for us. Okay, cartridges. Bottom line with the cartridges. This one came with the Janty pre-filled. It was great, had a great throat hit to it. It was something that I really liked as far as taste went. It was interesting because my wife doesn't smoke anymore, but she did briefly for one point in time. So I handed it to her, she tried it, and she couldn't believe how close to the real thing it is. I want to stress that, close to the real thing. It's not the real thing, okay? But man, it's close. Okay. One of the things that I was really curious about, I couldn't find anywhere on any forum, is when you suck on one of these, the vapors, not smoke, that come into your mouth and in your lungs is warm. And that is a good thing. Something that I was really curious about, and I wasn't able to find that information anywhere. So, yeah, you got the taste of a cigarette, you got that warmth of a cigarette, and you get the nicotine. So that's what I mean. This is pretty much it. Okay. One thing that I learned very quickly is top-offs. I just pulled the cartridges out. You can get two different kind of cartridges. You can get the cartridge that, of course, is pre-filled. They're a bit more expensive. Or you can get a blank cartridge and buy liquids. I've already started experimenting with liquids. So, obviously, I'm going to do that. It is a lot more inexpensive, and it's a way to do it. This is the Camel 24 milligram from a supplier that I got, and it's pretty easy there. I mean, you just literally drip it in. It's that hard, folks. It's pretty easy, right? And that's how you do it. You can put a cap on it. You can have a few extra ones that you have there with you. And that's what's great. As I found out, you wonder how long do these filters last. They pretty much last, if you're careful and you top them off like I just did there, every once in a while there. And once in a while means throughout the day. But I guess it's the same as, your lighter or whatever else. That keeps the wick that's inside from drying out, which is important. And hypothetically, everything I've been hearing, these things can last hypothetically forever. I've already seen a difference in my wick over a couple of days here. They're empty. They're, what, 60 cents a piece? I think I'm going to change mine about every month. I mean, it's just a smarter thing to do. This thing was like nearly impossible to put in at first. I've already seen that difference. It slips in right away. So that's one of the things. Battery life was terrible in the beginning. It has improved. Still not great. What I mean by that is, first day, let's not even really talk about it. I pulled it out of the package. That was a mistake. And I wound up almost having to go back to regular cigarettes because, A, I didn't know how to charge it, which, as we find out here, the charger, what I did originally was I saw the charger and I just stuck it in there. Naturally, any of us would think that's the way to do it. I was a bonehead and I didn't read the directions. Apparently, you put it in and you turn it. And as you turn it, I don't have it plugged in, but the light will change and tell you that it's charging. So that's the intelligent thing to do. Unfortunately, I'm not intelligent all the time. Okay, I also very quickly got the traveling kit, which automatically charges. I'll get into that in a later episode. Let's very quickly go into the downside, as I want to keep this under 10 minutes. Downside, plastic tip. Don't like it at all. Kind of weird on the mouth, things that you have there. But of course, there's two different models. My new model that's coming in does have the more of the old style cigarette tip that you see. I forget what it's called, flat tip or whatever. Why can't they just make something that feels like a real cigarette, right? Some kind of synthetic whatever. It's one of those things that I do miss by having this, you know. The top off, that is a bit of a drawback, but it's something I deal with. The batteries we just talked about. Carrying case I got. Nicotine amount. Let's talk about nicotine amount, everybody. This originally came with the Janty high amount, 36 milligrams of nicotine. I smoke over a pack a day. I obviously enjoy the habit more than the nicotine. It's one of the reasons why I've gone from lights to ultralights, all that stuff. Give you a tip right now. You're starting this off, get the right model, something that's going to give you that throat hit of a cigarette. Some of these other things, I'm going to get into that and help you out. You can, message me or however it's called in the cool world, and I'll give you advice. But as far as what I'm saying with this is, make sure to get the lower nicotine. Go with low, okay? This is medium Camel 24 milligram that I've been using, and I actually like the taste that came in the original cartridges, but I haven't used them. The reason is it's 36 milligrams. This is 24 milligrams, and low is 11. These have been giving me a bit of a high. I'm not real comfortable with that. I want to enjoy the habit of what I used to be doing without increasing my nicotine level. That doesn't seem smart to me. So, all right, that tells you a little bit about that. In closing, everybody, I'm pretty happy. Had the kids in the neighborhood spotted me with this, and I had to tell them, no, this is just as bad as smoking, so be careful there, everybody. Also, FDA, yeah, I hope that the FDA is pretty cool about making sure that this is passed in the United States, but I do agree, some restrictions need to be in bank. I mean, there's no safety cap here. It just says Camel 24 milligram. Not real safe looking there. Okay. I don't smell anymore like cigarettes. I'm pretty happy about that. A few other things, but I got to go, everybody. We're at the 9-minute mark here. My next episode is going to be my foreign shipment coming in, and that's going to be with the Enjoy and the 401. And that's it for now. So stick around for our very next video that I'm going to do. And wish me luck. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos talking about the juice and all the other things that you can't find anywhere else.